We're unboxing the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 and putting it side by side with the Z Flip 3. Plus, we're talking about my experiences with that Z Flip 3 1 year later. Good day, you beautiful people. Welcome to LAZADA's Tech, where we do tech in your life in style. I finally have it. We're unboxing the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 today, which to be honest doesn't seem like it'll take long because look at this box. But I am pretty excited because this is the Z Flip 4 I ordered online, and I did trade in my Z Flip 3 for a $700 value. This is the, you guessed it, pink gold version 128 gig variant. I'm also using Joshua's Batman SIM tool to unbox this phone because why not?
I'm Batman.
Stop. That works. And that's our unboxing. We're basically done at this point. We have the phone, and in this box, is there anything else in here? Is there a cable? Oh, it's here, it's here. We have USB-C to C cable, paperwork, and the SIM tool. This phone's very first flip, well, fold. Now I'm gonna set this up, and I do have another video on the Z Flip 4 that I'll link up here and down below. Let me set up this phone, and in the meantime, here's a montage. Before we do a side-by-side of the two Z Flips, let me preface this by saying that I've been on the Z Flip 3 for ever since it came out. I love this phone, and let me take out the case I have on here. This has legitimately been my daily driver since ever. The phone that I end up grabbing every time I go on a night out because it's so tiny and pocketable. And it's also the phone that I've been asked about by so many friends. And let me tell you, as a tech YouTuber, my girlfriends aren't necessarily always interested in whatever phones I'm testing out. It's where my banking apps are, so you sort of know it's serious. So yes, my daily driver, or at least as much of a daily driver as I can have reviewing other phones. It's the one phone that I've used extensively ever since it came out. It's the one phone that I can never seem to just change out of. And by virtue of me having had and been on this phone for like a year, it has gone through the motions of every day with me. I'm not necessarily the most careful with phones, and I did have a case on this, but there was a significant chunk of time when I was just rocking this sans case. And yes, I have dropped this phone with case and without case. In one instance, I've dropped this phone a floor down with the thinnest case ever. And I mean, my point is, it's fine. It's still fine. This phone is most definitely not as fragile as some people would make it seem to be. Again, it survived 1 year of me. I got the website exclusive pink with black details, and I do see that there are some scuffs on the hinge there, but so do other phones that I end up using for a hot second. But again, I did drop this a floor down, so I mean, are we surprised? Most specifically, after a year, I will say that the hinge is still good. And after a year of use, and mind you, I'm not particularly stingy with how much I fold or unfold this phone. It's not the hinge or the screen that's really the issue. It's the screen protector. And again, everything else is fine, but I do see some lines on the protector itself. Samsung does promise a one-time replacement for the protector, but what would be better than a one-time replacement of the screen protector would be a sturdier screen protector. Now, screen protector side, I'm not saying that the Z Flip 3 is perfect. Far from it. But what I am saying is that this is the type of phone that I enjoy using so much, that I find so convenient and in line with my priority use cases. Example size-wise, how it just fits my hands, my pockets, my tiny little purses. Or camera-wise, just the ability to be able to do selfies on flex and folded modes. Or just the sheer fun of flipping this thing. Basically, all those fun things that I love, so much so that I'm willing to forgo certain compromises. These are not the best cameras on a smartphone, but again, it's very hard to hate it for that because these are not necessarily bad cameras either. These are actually good, just not the best. Or that I'd want a better battery on this thing, or more cover screen capabilities. But like I said, these are things that I can live with right now, also because in the clamshell category, there's really nothing better than the Z Flip line. And I want the clamshell. So much so that I did get the 4. So these two phones side by side, they do look very similar that I don't think you'd be able to tell with one look which is which. You can only really tell by the color, of course. And okay, so many people asked me this in my last Z Flip 4 video. This is a Z Flip 3 case from Casetify, and yes, you can technically fit this case on the Z Flip 4, and I think it really would depend on the case. You can see in this area that placement is a little wrong, but I guess it does the job. Z Flip 3 cases can fit on the Z Flip 4. I'm not necessarily saying they will fit well. Now, even if they do look the same, I would say that the Z Flip 4 feels a little bit sturdier than the Z Flip 3, which is good because they do claim it is sturdier, although we get the same IPX rating on both phones. Now, the Z Flip 4 now comes in matte colors, though because I did order the Samsung US website exclusive pink phone in matte, I don't necessarily find that difference to be a big deal because I've always had the matte. But yeah, I am all for that matte back versus the glossy back of the Z Flip 3. Now, even before I ordered the Z Flip 4, I had been on a Z Flip 4 review unit, and I can tell you now that the cameras on the Z Flip 4 are definitely better than the 3, which definitely addresses one of the things that I mentioned as a caveat for the previous flip. Now, here are some low light sample shots taken on the Z Flip 4, and let me tell you, these blew my mind when I took them. Anyway, yeah, let me know if you want me to do a vlog test or a social media test with this phone. Comment down below. Another big thing for me, the ability to see your preview on portrait mode on the cover screen on the Z Flip 4 is such a tiny thing, but it's a game changer. But yeah, aside from that, a bigger battery with faster charging on the 4, upgraded processor, and cover screen optimization, all are things that I'm super looking forward to with this new flip. Let's talk about like all the different ways you can take photos and videos with this foldable. Okay, real quickly, all the fun ways and different form factors you can shoot with the Z Flip 4. So first off, you have normal shooting, right? You have selfie wide, and you have your rear cameras, but you can also turn on the cover screen, and that means when you're shooting with the rear cameras, the cover screen's on. What you can actually do is shoot a 9:16 photo, or you can switch it to 16:9, turn on the cover screen, and you can just prop it up. You have a slippery phone. You have a horizontal video, and you have a preview. Now, the one thing about shooting this way though is that you can only shoot up until full HD 30 or 60, so no 4K. You can also do, for example, selfie video, that's 9:16. You can do up until 4K. You can do 4K on the rear too. But if you decide to go this way, you can also have a very convenient like vlogging view. So I can like be here and start vlogging and stuff. But again, not 4K. If I decide that I want a photo and it's vertical this time, you can also still turn on And this is the new feature of the Z Flip 4. You can do that portrait size. And I know some people are gonna argue that this is tiny and you can't really see it. But let me tell you, if you're framing, like for example, an OOTD shot, this really, really works. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to shoot this way, which in itself is already a big thing because other phones can't shoot like this propped up. But I can't tell you how many times I've cut people off, and all you really need from this sort of point of view is that you have everyone in frame. Okay, so that's it. Like, I think that we have it covered for shooting here, but with the phone closed, you can also double tap and you have photos. Swipe to the right, you have videos, photos, portrait mode, and then you can do this. So you can automatically switch to a vertical photo. So the previous flip only allowed you to do like square photos and videos from this mode, which I wasn't the most happy about. I mean, sure, it's convenient, but I like my photos vertical. Swipe to the right, photo, swipe up, you can get a wide, double tap, you get a portrait. Video is the same way. Wait. There, so you can do wide, you can also do you can do portrait on video. So that's a discovery. It ties to like whatever format you have on in the phone. So let's try now. So let's go video. There you go. So that's also a thing. It really depends on like what resolution you have set on the phone, and it sort of follows those settings. So also with this mode, it's really fun because you can literally like shoot propped up like this if it doesn't fall off. You can shoot to be a little safer like this. Again, probably like this, and I can be on this side because that means it's not gonna fall off. We need a flat surface for this. Folks, use a flat surface, okay? But yeah, you can also shoot like this. So it's basically whatever way you can imagine shooting, it will let you do that. So there you go. Anyhow, time for more sample shots. Let's go. 1000 unboxing and the Z Flip 3 1 year later. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're sold on these flips. Let me know what your questions are about these phones. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's LAZADA_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Until next time.